So, that was a lie. So, a little while back, I broke my microphone stand. It got a little bit bent. Here, I'll show you the damages. As you can see here, it's quite bent. It even has like a little bit of a crack in it, if you see there. I don't know if you can really see that, but there's a bit of a crack in it, and it's very bent. So the end that got bent is the end that gets in my desk. So it's the end that goes like boom, boom, boom. So yeah, it's the end that goes into my desk, and it kind of got bent. And I don't really have a microphone stand, so I'm just gonna have to find something to use. Oh, I don't really want to hold my microphone like this for the whole video, so let's see what we got. I mean, this could work. All right, we're gonna have to use this cup of noodles. I always want to say cup of noodles. It's just cup noodles. So let's use cup noodles. There we go, perfect. I think it's a bit too low. Hang on. Here, this'll do. Just pop this off. Okay, here we go. This is stupid. Oh gosh, it's stuck in the cup. There we go. I feel like this is a bit. I'm just gonna kind of keep it to the side so you guys can't really see that. Yeah, this'll do. There are a lot of sports, from basketball, football, golf, soccer, and best of all, marbles! Jelles Marble Runs is a YouTuber who creates marble run videos, and he is increasing in popularity, with some of his videos getting up to millions of views. And he has amassed a large and dedicated community. I don't even like sports, but I genuinely love watching Jelles Marble Runs. There's just something very entertaining about watching marbles perform sports. But who is Jelles Marble Runs, and what is his community like? I will answer this question and even more in this video. So, let's get started. Jelle Bakker is a marble run creator on YouTube from Morferschoof, a small town in the Netherlands. On Jelle's 4th birthday, he received a marble run set, and this is what started his interest in marble runs. He created a YouTube channel with his brother Dion in 2006, called Jelles Marble Runs. In 2016, he began making the Marble Olympics, a marble event pretty obviously based on the Olympics. It is a series where marbles do various activities and compete against each other. The Marble Olympics quickly gained a large fan base. However, in 2019, due to trademark issues, Jelles had to rename the Marble Olympics to the Marble League. In February of 2019, someone known as Melikis founded the Jelles Marble Runs Committee, a group dedicated to advising Jelle on his videos. Jelle later began other marble projects such as Marbula 1, a marble racing competition based on Formula 1. But now that we've got that out of the way, what is the community of Jelles Marble Runs like? Jelle's community goes deeper than one may expect. There is a Jelles Marble Runs Discord server with about 6,000 members, a subreddit with about 17,000 members, and a fandom wiki, each of which are really active. But it goes even deeper than that. There are fan accounts of all of the Marble League teams on both Twitter and Instagram. There's also an official online magazine for the Marble League called The Rollout, made by the Jelles Marble Runs Committee. There are even multiple podcasts about the Marble League that talk about each marble race that Jelles posts. Jelles even has his own marble run museum in a shopping center in the Netherlands, where you get to see some of his amazing marble run builds, and even get to see some of the marbles he used in the Marble League. Now, I decided to make a fan account on Twitter for my favorite team, the Indigo Stars. The Indigo Stars are a not-so-popular team that performed pretty poorly during their debut in the 2019 Marble League, and sadly they performed even worse in the 2020 Marble League because they didn't even qualify, and it made me lose my marbles! There we go. We're halfway there. The Twitter community is actually really nice. Every team supports each other while still keeping a small bit of rivalry. It wasn't really difficult at all to get involved in the Marble League community. I just made a Twitter account for the Indigo Stars and followed a few people in the Marble League community, and I quickly gained a lot of followers. It's very easy to gain recognition. Almost anything you tweet gets at least 20 likes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot for me, okay? If only my tweets on my main Twitter account got that many likes. Follow me at Wild Theory on Twitter. Indigo Stars isn't even a popular team. They're one of the more unpopular teams in the Marble League, so the bigger teams like the O-Rangers get at least around 40 likes on average. Although there is a lot of good in the community, just like every community, there is the bad. For an example, there are accounts like Corinthian Stars, which is a Twitter account made to try to get a new team in the Marble League. All the account does is just spam other teams' accounts to try to gain followers. Jelles Marble Run's committee member Alejo said that the manager of Corinthian Stars had DM'd Alejo and Melekis to get merchandise of the Corinthian Stars sold, despite Alejo and Melekis saying that they're not interested multiple times. There was also an account for the Marble League team, the Snowballs, that tried to beg for followers as well, but fortunately they were taken down pretty quickly. There was also a subreddit where the creative side of the community goes to shine. Some people make fan art of great teams, some people make fan art of terrible teams, but hey, I'm not judging. You can do what you want nowadays. It's 2020 after all. Some people post memes. Really anything related to Jelles Marble Runs goes there. Which, to be fair, that does kind of make sense because it is the Jelles Marble Runs Reddit. The Marble League also has an interesting fictional backstory. Every single team has their own backstory, and even some team members have their own backstories. And the Marble League itself has its own fictional backstory. The backstories are written by Stinth, a member of the JMRC. For an example, my personal favorite team, the Indigo Stars, dropped out of the 2017 Marble League before it began because of mental health issues. And the team, the Midnight Wisps, met on a bus tour to Harvard National Park, and the group bonded by talking about the up-and-coming Marble League 2016. However, they decided not to finish a tour, but instead go race through the forest in the park. However, they were caught trespassing, and they were permanently banned from the park. You can find all of these backstories on the Jelles Marble Runs wiki. I recommend you check them out if you're a fan of the Marble League. They're actually pretty interesting. There's also a fan-made Fantasy Marble League website created by software engineer Kevin Rodall, where you get to create a team, pick 5 Marble League teams, and depending on how well those teams do in the Marble League, you'll get points. So it kind of works like any other fantasy sport website. There's also a multiplier system in it, so the first team you pick will give you 3 times the points, and the second team you pick will give you 2 times the points. Your goal is to get the most points compared to other teams and become overall the best team. Now my team is doing pretty good. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Any day now. Almost there. Okay, there we go. 420th place. Hey, nice. I'll take it. Because it's funny. It's like the weed number. Like the funny number. Get it? It's funny. Now, what made the Marble League have a sudden burst in popularity? I was able to find some answers. The Marble League was growing fairly consistently from September 2016 to January 2019, but in February 2019, the Marble League had bursted in popularity due to the announcement, qualifiers, and friendly round of the Marble League 2019, and in April the event had begun, and YouTube had begun promoting the series in the recommended section. And in June, it had raised in popularity even more after it was shown at ESPN 8's The Oko, which is an event showing off unknown or unpopular sports. The series had began staying at a steady rate of popularity, though obviously decreasing once the Marble League season had ended. But in April 2020, it gained a lot of popularity due to many sporting events being cancelled because of the coronavirus pandemic. So many began watching the Marble League and Jelle's other marble-related sporting event, Marbula 1. Many news organizations had quickly begun reporting on this up-and-coming sport, and this spread popularity even more. And to top it all off, John Oliver, the host of Last Week Tonight, partnered with Jelle and decided to sponsor the Marble League 2020 event. And due to all of this, the Marble League is now one of the biggest, while still unknown sports in the world. Jelle and John Oliver are also doing the Marble League 2020 for a good cause. Every team that wins an event of the Marble League 2020 will get $5,000 donated to a food bank in their name. So now that I've talked about who Jelles Marble Runs is, why his channel is getting suddenly popular, and what his community is like, I think now is the time to talk about my personal favorite moments from the Marble League and Jelles Marble Runs' other events. In episode 3 of the 2017 Marble League, they had a fidget spinner collision event, where there were 4 marbles and 4 fidget spinners on a platform, and the marbles would get knocked around by the spinners and try to stay on the platform. However, at around 8 minutes and 20 seconds into the event, Midnight Wisps and Team Momo went against each other. And Wispy from the Midnight Wisps had collided with Momo Momo from Team Momo, causing a chunk of Momo Momo's body to be knocked clean off. And the producers of the event did a slow motion replay of it with a red circle showing the chunk being taken off, which was honestly a very bold move to show this very gruesome moment in slow motion, especially when kids may be watching and it may have scarred them for life. But oh well, it's probably fine. Momo Momo had to go under surgery and wasn't able to compete for the rest of the Marble League. However, he did watch the Marble League from the stands. At the Marbula 1's second race on the O Raceway, Waspy from the Midnight Wisp fell off the conveyor belt, causing him to be stuck and stop rolling. Rapidly from the Savage Speeders came in for the rescue and saved Waspy, and the safety marble was deployed just to make sure that Waspy was okay. Everything was fine and Waspy continued the race, though he probably had some minor injuries. I guess you could say that this was karma after Wispy had injured Momo Momo. Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't know I couldn't say that. I mean, I thought that since we were talking about marbles and not real living people, it would be okay to say that. No need to be offended. I'm sorry. I won't say anything like that again. In the Marble League 2019, event number 3, the teams would have to roll across this thin platform and try to get further than any other team. But then, something that no one expected happened. The Crazy Cat's Eyes took the world record, and then the game continued. But then, something that no one expected happened. The Thunderbolts took the world record, beating the Crazy Cat's Eyes record. The game continued, but then, something no one expected happened. The Hazers took the world record, literally right after the Thunderbolts had set their record. The Crazy Cat's Eyes ended up getting third in the event, even though they broke the world record. Then in the Marble League 2018 qualifiers during the snow race, all of Group C got stuck while racing, and they literally had to abort the race and restart. I mean, I don't have any jokes about this one. This is just amazing, and there are many, many more amazing moments in these videos. I won't spoil them all, and instead, I recommend that you go check out Jelle's Marble Runs, as all of his videos are pretty entertaining. It's amazing to see Jelle go from someone who just uploads marble videos as a hobby to seeing him get more famous from doing it. It's awesome to see him getting more recognition from the media, getting his own museum, and hopefully we can continue to see Jelle getting more recognition as time goes on. And his community is truly pretty nice, and it's awesome to see people come together for the love of marbles. Even as someone who doesn't enjoy sports, I still find enjoyment watching these events, and I find enjoyment in being a part of the community. And with all that, I'm off. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, always watch Jelle's Marble Runs and drink lots of water. Goodbye, folks.